There's a quiet fear a lot of men carry, one we don't talk about much. It's the feeling that somehow we're falling behind in life. You look around at other people your age and it seems like everyone else is moving forward. Careers, relationships, money, homes, families. Meanwhile, you're standing there wondering, why am I not there yet? Did I mess something up somewhere along the way? Am I running out of time? And the truth is, that feeling can get heavy. Because when a man starts believing he's falling behind in life, it doesn't just affect his goals. It starts affecting how he sees himself. It starts making him question his worth. And if we're being honest, a lot of us have had moments where that thought creeps in. A lot of this feeling starts with comparison. You scroll through social media and see people your age buying houses, starting businesses, getting married, traveling the world. And suddenly it feels like everyone else got the instruction manual for life. And you didn't. I've had moments like that too. Moments where it seemed like everyone around me had things figured out while I was still trying to build my life piece by piece. And comparison does something dangerous. It makes you feel like you're late. Like the clock is ticking and everyone else is already ahead of you. But here's the problem. You're comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel. You're seeing the victories, not the setbacks, not the sleepless nights, not the failures they went through before they got where they are. And when we forget that, it creates a completely unfair picture in our minds. For a lot of men, this feeling runs deeper than just comparison. Because from a young age, many of us were taught something without anyone actually saying it out loud. Our value comes from what we build, from progress, from success, from being able to create stability for ourselves and the people around us. So when we feel like we're not moving forward fast enough, it hits something deeper than just ambition. It hits our identity. Suddenly we start asking ourselves questions like, am I doing enough? Am I wasting my potential? Am I becoming the man I'm supposed to be? And those questions can weigh on you, especially when you're working hard and still feel like you're not where you should be. A lot of men carry that pressure silently. They keep showing up, keep pushing forward. But inside, they're wondering if they're falling behind. Here's something that doesn't get said nearly enough. Most men feel like they're behind at some point in their lives. More men than you probably realize. Some guys start their careers later than expected. Some spend years figuring out what direction they even want to go in. Some have to rebuild their life after heartbreak. Some deal with financial struggles longer than they ever imagined. Some are trying to figure life out completely on their own. Life rarely moves in a straight line. It moves in setbacks, in restarts, in moments where everything falls apart and you have to start building again. But when you're in the middle of it, it can feel like everyone else is miles ahead while you're still trying to get your footing. And that feeling can be incredibly isolating. I've had moments where that thought hit me too. Looking at where I was in life and thinking, I thought I'd be further along by now. Like somehow I had missed a step somewhere. Like everyone else had figured something out that I hadn't. And those thoughts can really get in your head if you let them sit there too long. But over time, I started realizing something important. Life doesn't follow the same timeline for everyone. Some people find their path early, some people take longer, and some of the strongest men I've ever seen had to rebuild their lives more than once before they found their direction. Something interesting happens when a man struggles for longer than he expected. At first it feels frustrating, then it feels discouraging. But eventually, it starts building something in you. Resilience, patience, perspective. The men who had to fight for every inch of progress often develop a kind of strength you can't fake. Because they've seen failure. They've felt doubt. They've questioned themselves. And they kept going anyway. Sometimes the men who feel like they're behind are actually just building a stronger foundation. one that takes longer to create, but lasts longer in the end. The real shift happens when you stop measuring your progress against everyone else and start focusing on one thing, moving forward, even if it's slow, even if it's messy, even if nobody notices. Because the truth is, a man who keeps learning, keeps trying, keeps improving himself little by little, is not falling behind. He's building his life. And sometimes the men who take longer to figure things out end up building something stronger than they ever imagined. If you've ever felt like you're falling behind in life, you're not alone. A lot of us have stood in that exact place, wondering if we're too late, wondering if we missed our chance. But life isn't a race, and it's definitely not a straight line. Some of the most successful people didn't figure things out until their 30s, 40s, or even later. The important thing isn't how fast you're moving, it's that you're still moving, still learning, still growing, still building your life one step at a time. And if you're doing that, you're not behind, you're just on your own path.